Didn't catch me napping that wheeze, the soft touch, soft mark. I'd like my job. Valise I have a particular fancy for. Leather, capped corners, riveted edges, double action lever lock. Bob Carley lent him his for the Wicklow Regatta concert last year. Never heard tidings of it from that good day to this. Mr. Bloom, strolling towards Brunswick Street, smiled. My missus has just got a reedy freckled soprano, cheese-paring nose. Nice enough in its way for a little ballad. No guts in it. You and me, don't you know? In the same boat. Soft soaping. Give you the needle, that would. Can't he hear the difference? I think he'd be that way inclined a bit. Against my grain somehow, though that Belfast would fetch him. I hope that smallpox up there doesn't get worse. Suppose she wouldn't let herself be vaccinated again. Your wife and my wife. Wonder is he pimping after me? Mr. Bloom stood at the corner, his eyes wandering over the multicoloured hoardings. Cantle and Cochrane's ginger ale, aromatic, Cleary's summer sale. No, he'd go on straight. Hello, Lee tonight. Mrs. Bantman Palmer. Like to see her in that. Hamlet she played last night. Male impersonator. Perhaps he was a woman. Why Ophelia committed suicide. Poor Papa. How he used to love talking about Kate Banman and that. Outside the Adelphi in London, waiting all afternoon to get in. Year before I was born, that was. 65. And Vistori in Vienna. What is the right name? Was it the right name is? Bang Mossenthal, is it? Rachel, is it? No. The scene he was always talking about, with blind old Abraham recognises the voice and puts his fingers on the face. Nathan's voice, his son's voice. I hear the voice of Nathan who left his father to die of grief and misery in my arms, who left the house of his father and left the God of his father. Every word is so deeply appalled. Poor Papa, poor man. I'm glad I didn't go into the room to look at his face that day. Oh dear, foo. Well, perhaps it was best for him. Mr. Bloom went round the corner and past the drooping nags of the Hazard. No use thinking of it anymore. Nosebag time. Wish I hadn't met that McCoy fella. He came nearer and heard a crunching of gilded oats, the wildly champing teeth, their full buck eyes regarding him as he went by, amid the sweet oaken reek of horse piss. Their Eldorado, poor jugginesses. Damn all they knew or cared about, with their long noses stuck in their nose bags, too full for words. Still, they got their feed all right, and their doss. Gelded too, a stump of black gutta-percha wagging limp between their haunches. I'd be happy all the same that way. Good old brutes they look. Still their neigh can be very irritated. He drew the letter from his pocket and folded it into the newspaper he carried. Might just walk into her from here. The lane is safer. He passed the cabman's shelter. Curious the life of drifting cabbies. All weathers, all places, all time. To set down, no will of their own. Foglio imam. Like to give them the odd cigarette. Sociable. Shout a few flying syllables as he passed. He hummed. Lassiderum la mano, la la, la 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 la. He turned into Cumberland Street and, going on some paces, halted in the lee of the station wall. No one. Mead's timber yard, piled bogs, ruins and tenements. With careful tread, he passed over a hopscotch court with its forgotten picky stone. Not a sinner. Near the timber yard, a squatted child played at marbles, alone, shooting the thaw with a cunning thumb. A wise tabby, a blinking sphinx, watched from her warm sill. Pity to disturb them. Mohammed cut a piece out of his mantle not to wake her. Open it. and once I played marbles when I went to that old dame's school. She liked mignonette, Mrs. Alice and Mr. He opened the letter within the newspaper. A flower, I think he is. A yellow flower with flattened petals. Not annoyed. What does she say? Dear Henry, I got your last letter and thank you very much for it. I'm sorry you did not like my last letter. Why did you enclose the stamps? I'm awfully angry with you. I do wish I could punish you for that. I called you naughty boy because I do not like the other word. Please tell me what is the real meaning of that word. Are you not happy in your home, you poor little naughty boy? I do wish I could do something for you. Please tell me what you think of poor me. I often think of the beautiful name you have, dear Henry. When will we meet? I think of you so often. You have no idea. I have never felt myself so drawn to a man as I am drawn to you. I feel so bad about it. Please write me a long letter and tell me more. Remember, if you do not, I will punish you. So now you know what I will do to you, you naughty little boy, if you do not write. So how I long to meet you, Henry dear. Do not deny my request before my patience are exhausted. Then I will tell you all. Goodbye now, naughty darling. I have such a bad headache today, and write by return to your longing Martha. P.S. Do tell me what kind of perfume does your wife use? I want to know.